Hello, I'm Edsel. I'm one of the OSMs here at LaGuardia, Department 125. Today I'd like to talk to you about weight data records, specifically the passenger count as it pertains to weight data records. Now, as gate agents, we're responsible for reporting our passenger counts, and we must be accurate each and every time. Safety is our #1 concern here at LaGuardia. I just can't say LaGuardia, in Delta General. We must be safe above all. Now, part of this is influenced by human factors, such as rushing. We should never rush when we're working a flight. In fact, rushing doesn't help get the flight out on time. It actually can cause a delay because we tend to make mistakes when we rush. We should rely on our technology to help us do our job. We do have the gate readers and nomads available as just a couple of tools. But we have to overcome certain obstacles, such as some gate reader errors that we fail to rectify. Sometimes we have duplicate records because maybe we processed an upgrade incorrectly, or we issued a boarding card to the wrong passengers because we didn't verify their ID. So these are just a few obstacles that we have to overcome so that we can report a accurate passenger count. Again, we must be safe above all. And if you need help, please contact your Redcoat or an OSM to help you. And if necessary, call a timeout. Again, safety is above all, even on time departure. Now, why is a valid passenger count important? Well, the pilot needs accurate weights or numbers so that he can set his computer so that the aircraft can perform the way it should. So when we give an inaccurate passenger count, you can either be heavier than reported or lighter than reported. So let's talk about an instance when the aircraft is actually heavier than reported. What can happen is during his takeoff, the aircraft would have a tendency to stay on the runway for longer than it should. And we're going to see a video here which will demonstrate exactly what I'm talking about. This is a 737 starting its takeoff roll. Now, reminder, this aircraft is overweight for takeoff. Rolling down the runway. And at this point, his nose comes up for rotation. His main landing gear is still on the runway. He's fighting to get airborne. He actually gets airborne about 3 feet or more and then comes back down. Now he's at the very end of his runway when he finally gets the aircraft to lift. Okay, as you just witnessed, that aircraft was overweight and took up every inch of runway. I can bet you the pilot was not too happy after that takeoff. Now let's look at what may happen when an aircraft is actually underweight or lighter than reported. Okay, here we have another aircraft starting its takeoff. Again, a reminder, this aircraft is underweight or reported lighter than actual. And the nose comes up at an extremely high rate, leading to a tail strike. As you can see, in both instances, the aircrafts did manage to get airborne successfully, and we thank God for that. But it could have ended up in disaster. Again, I'd like you all to remember, safety is paramount, and if necessary, you must call a timeout. Please call the timeout if necessary. We do want you to get the flights out on time, but not compromising safety, ever. Well, I'd like to thank you for taking time to listen to me, and thank you for everything you do each and every day.